Alrighty, hello everybody. Happy Friday. Hope y'all are doing well. We're back again with another kind of short-ish stream for Resident Evil 4 Remake. I couldn't stay away. I got a ton of work done yesterday. I still have more to do, of course, but we're getting there finally with this project. We should hopefully be done pretty soon. Turn this up slightly. And my voice maybe just a little bit because it seems kind of low for some reason. It's being a little bit weird today, I guess. I don't know why. I actually noticed that earlier when I was on a voice call, but yeah, I don't know why for some reason my audio, like my threshold has maybe been lowered slightly somehow. I'm not sure. Either way, it should be okay. You guys should be able to hear me all right. Anyways, I apologize for the slightly late start time. Not that it's much later than it was yesterday. But, yeah, I had to have a work meeting, and then I had to get some work finished after that work meeting before I could really start streaming. Hopefully there won't be any work interruptions while I'm streaming, but, you know, either way, it's going to be kind of a shorter one today. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just get on in here. Oops. Okay. Alright, hopefully the sound is good. So, let's see. We triggered this last time. We triggered the cutscene here. We killed the first, like, batch of enemies. And then just immediately kind of stopped. So we're going to want to make some progress in the castle today. At least some. Like I said, I don't know exactly how long we'll have, but hopefully at least a little while. I think all of the treasure that's in here we can't access yet. This one is locked. These ones are locked behind doors. Something kind of up and back there, I guess, or outside, but anyways. I think we've looted everything we can that's in here.
Okay.
Come on, Ashley.
I need you to open it from the other side.
Or maybe the treasure's like right on the other side of that, actually. That would make sense.
I owe you one.
Nice money. Alright, I just wondered if there was anything secret there. Ooh. Alright. Oh wow, our inventory is still very full. I guess we did pick up a boot knife. Some handgun ammo maybe, just to get rid of some clutter. We don't really have a lot of heals. I mean, I do have a bunch of first aid sprays in storage. I just don't have much else. I wouldn't mind actually making some more rifle ammo. Hey, Wampy, how's it going? Good to see you, dude. Alright, let's just continue and see if we immediately run into inventory issues. Okay. Nice. Still don't have enough. We need like 2 more if we wanted to make more rifle ammo. Yeah. Unfortunate. Did I just... Oh, cool. I didn't even realize you could actually turn the attaché case here. I guess I just never bothered to like mess around with the right analog stick. That's cool. Thought I heard something.
Looks like we can continue on this way.
Be careful.
We can. It still says there's another thing there, but that's... It has to be on the second floor, though. Somebody, Angie.
Poor bastard. That's no way to go.
Okay. Alright. Caretaker's note. I was awoken in the middle of the night once again. It's those awful noises coming from the basement, the sounds of nails clawing at the stone walls, and the writhing moan of curses. The man harbors enough hate to ruin this world. He once served the lord of the castle as the torturer, like his father and grandfather before him. It's one of the more unsightly legacies left by the Salazar family. Even among his family, he was special. He enjoyed his work wholeheartedly and had a talent for it. He was gifted at tormenting others. His ability soon attracted the master's interest, and when he took him to the dungeon... no, I can't write anymore. I won't. I don't want to recall what happened down there. My mind can't take it. It will break me. I was ordered to attend to him, to feed him, dispose of the filth, all while listening to that wretched voice every night. Hey, Al. Hey, Nightmare. How's it going? Guys, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I can't take it anymore. I've had enough. I will not tolerate one more night in this castle. I shall leave tomorrow, go far away, where that voice cannot reach my ears. So this has to be the, oh shit, I'm trying to remember the name. None shall escape. Is that what that says? Okay. The shooting range is rough? Yeah. Are you just in, like, the first one? I don't know if there's still more than one. I assume there is, though. But I've only encountered the first one, if there is. And I only did the first segment. I didn't 100% it. Like, I didn't get all the skulls because I didn't want to spend too much time on stream doing that when I had very limited time. But I want to go back, and obviously I can't backtrack to it physically now, but maybe I can do it again later. Because otherwise that's like an off-stream grind thing, I think. What was I going to say? What the hell? I can't remember what the hell that dude's name is. It's like on the tip of my brain, but the, is it Garador?
What was that?
The Mr. Angry that we're hearing here? Hey, Anna, how's it going? Good to see you as well. The later shooting ranges still got access to the past stages, right? That's the thing, I don't know. I don't even know if there are later shooting ranges. I assume that there are, but I haven't made it to a second one yet, so I don't know. But I am very early in the second act, so I wouldn't really have expected to find it yet. Interesting architecture here. I mean, I guess we're either going to fall through the floor or he's going to break through the wall. I'm assuming the ladder. Okay. I was very much expecting the wall break. I should have read what that said.
Can't see me.
Hold up. I want to look at you in all your glory, buddy. Whoa. Lighting? Hello? Being a little weird? I thought it was a tattoo. He's just got a very interesting pattern of, like, chest and stomach hair. Very cool. Like a big fucking... He's got like a wrestling belt on. All right. Okay, well, he did not decide to keep his light on. And I kind of am not sure what I could have really done there otherwise. Oh, see, but there being stealth in this changes this encounter quite a bit.
Gotcha.
Ow. Still loves to wombo you. It's a chastity belt. You telling me there's a difference? It's really hard to do that. Wondering if he lets you knife him. Yep. Figured there might be like a contextual thing for it. Oh, have we done enough to you already? Man, he went down quick. I mean, the sniper is strong, but I assumed I had a ways to go yet. Just watching Charlie play, you know, like the segments I had already done, you know, like you can tell how much difference like just upgrading your weapons makes too, because like I left so many of my weapons unupgraded because I wanted to replace them, and I was just like, oh shit, you know, she's like going through these bosses like with way less ammo spent. Also, hey Renemy, how's it going? Sorry, I have to check something real quick, guys. One second. Need to respond to something. Okay. Hopefully that is satisfactory. Did we have enough now? Oh, we have just enough. Cool. I want to make this into rifle ammo. Thank you. Because our rifle is going to be pretty solid in the long run, I think. Killing him ended up being, like, quite a bit easier than I was expecting. I mean, here's the thing. This game is definitely harder to a degree. Chains replace the bells. Yeah, I kind of figured they were making noise because he gets attracted to you the moment you start going to across some of the chains in the hall. What was I gonna say? Oop, I missed some ammo. Hold on. Nope, it's right there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Resident Evil 4 Original is actually a rather easy game aside from certain segments. And when you know what you're doing, I mean, this is true for any game, but like just having a little bit of knowledge, like you don't have to be a particularly pro player to be good at Resident Evil 4, even on professional. Like once you've played the game once and you understand some of like the ammo conservation techniques, like using your knife to save ammo and stagger stuff, or just staggering most of the enemies with like particular types of shots. You can get through the majority of like enemy engagements pretty easily, even on the hardest difficulty. And then the boss fights are what get a little bit tough, but like, unless you're playing a modded version of RE4, like if you know what you're doing, Resident Evil 4 Professional is still a pretty easy game. The boss fights just become somewhat bullet spongy, you know, on the hardest difficulty, unless you're using a rocket launcher. You doing okay there, Ashley?
Oh, it's you. What happened down there?
Nothing. You were right about the animals, though.
Just wanted to see if I don't want to jump back down or anything, but I don't think it's gonna let me to go past here. I wanted to just see if I could like read this, but it's fine. Or not read it necessarily, but even just check the body, because there was like, it looked like there was some sort of prompt, but I started backing up because I expected him to pop through the wall. Key found in the lap of a corpse in the dungeons. Right, sorry, one more moment. Okay. Pairing these guys looks odd too. Big Hulk and Wolverine claws, and you move it aside with a kitchen knife. Yeah, I didn't even think to try parrying him. I forget sometimes that that's a thing you can do.
Well, for now.
I hear a Clockwork Castellan and a treasure over there. All right. Sorry, I missed on his original message. Doing pretty good. We're making a kitchen remake today. Moving the table and adding some shelves and cabinets. Took apart the cabinet to clean and dry because it got a bit damp in the basin. Okay. Yeah, you unfortunately have to like kind of see to that sort of stuff right away. Dampness is no good. All right, now where are you, sir? I hear it. It sounds like it's like right here. There you are. All right, looking good. Let's go. Ooh. Man, I hope we get some decent puzzles in this place. They don't necessarily have to be hard. I just want them to be interesting. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of challenge with the puzzles. Sick. Okay. That looks rusted. That's probably gold, and that's going to be iron. And then I guess we want... Unless that's gold. But we maybe have to find a fourth sword, probably. Need some insignias. Bong. Dinner. No one? Okay.
Bet you could ring those gongs by shooting them.
Oh yeah. I was expecting to need to find keys. Please don't do the God of War thing and tell me the solution to the puzzle, like, while I'm doing it. I mean, she at least took, like, several seconds and probably wouldn't have said anything had I not started doing that. But I wasn't even looking. I was just like, oh, I can ring this. Okay, cool. This connects to a bunch of shit, so I'm assuming we need to find a sword. And that's not just like an optional thing. Do I have to do it in order? Or wait, that's not the right thing, is it? That's like a... Yeah, it's this guy. Okay. Oh, that one was already wrong. Okay, I thought I had to do it like in a certain time frame. So what are you, like a seahorse? Yeah, I guess. Oh, what? I wasn't even trying to do that, just sort of happened. Bloodied sword. Okay.
What's that used for?
Well, it's just a replica. Only a couple of uses for it.
I guess just let me ring that the once and then that's it. Hey, Karate, how's it going? No backseating, Ashley. You tell her. I kind of want there to be, like, secrets behind some paintings and stuff, but not necessarily just...
Looks like it's telling some kind of story.
Okay, Ashley, please. I get it. I already get it, like, genuinely. No, I should have read the description of that. Hold on. Okay, they basically say the same thing. Rugged iron sword, it has been dulled for display and cannot be used as a weapon. Superb golden sword, it has been dulled for display. Bloodstained sword. Rusted sword with a chipped blade.
Guess you were right.
Cool. So we was once an iron knight, and then we got knighted and became a golden knight. Like double knighted. Maybe I guess we weren't really a knight here, even though it is like knight armor. Then we fought in numerous battles, and then sometime later we died. Okay. That is the story. Yes, Leon. Kya, indeed. See, what's the point of just putting out all these, like, fruits and shit in, like, a random hallway where nobody's gonna eat them? It's gonna become... Oh, no! It's not quick enough. That works.
Come on.
Okay.
It did not register that that was a snake until... Well, it's not so much that it was late to register, but I was, like, late to press the button that I needed to. Because, like, I hit L1, because I was just going to aim at it, and then I hit L1, and I was like, oh, wait, I can knife it, but then I had already let go of L1, so I was just like, oh, well, now I've screwed myself. I got my bedroom cable sorted, too. I still haven't figured out how to bunny-proof behind the couch. My bunny boss is getting more and more courageous with his exploring, so he gets under there now. He's also showing interest in going to the kitchen. He's still a bit cautious, but getting there.
Hang on. This is the same room
Yeah,
as before,
it
isn't it?
sure seems to be.
Guess we just circled around.
So they don't want me to, like, ring the one in the other room, right, that we just came from? Because they're the same symbols. I guess I can look in here and see if there's a snake one in here. It looks like we can jump on the chandelier. There's a deer. All right. Leon can't take one simple sidestep. It's got to be a double sidestep.
Leon, what are you doing?
Don't even think about trying this yourself.
No fun allowed. Me only. So I guess these more or less just stay rung once we're done. I don't think I need that one, though, unless... Oh, just the snake. Alright, we kicked the ladder down, so we should be okay to go down here now. Just have some random wood pieces behind the couch, but I want something more permanent back there. Yeah, that makes sense.
Leon, are you kidding me? Jumping across chandeliers, seriously, who does that?
Yeah, yep.
What are you, my mother?
Gonna do it again. You don't have to time it. It just sort of does one action that he does, but still cool. I guess I should have rung the other one and then come over here.
Leave this one to me.
Oh, okay. Nice of them to do that. I guess if you ring the other one first and then come over here, it's probably fine. But cool that she'll do that for you. That's a nice little player consideration moment. You love to see it. The one bunny is the ruler of the house, and the other bunnies are just bunnying. I gotcha. The bunny king, as it were. Okay, we can sell the dungeon key. We don't have the little weird square block key or whatever it is we need for the locked thingy down there, so I think we're safe to move on. Resources L, no, how could you do this to me? We're one gunpowder shy from being able to make another thing. I guess I'll mix this for now. Oh, it takes up 3. Shit, I forgot. Well, let's just, let's craft some more handgun ammo, since we already have 2 stacks. Definitely need to use that up then.
Salutations, Mr. Kennedy.
Are you ready to hand over the girl?
Not this guy again.
I'm taking delivery of preparing some entertainment for you. Without further ado, the gallant knight protects the princess fair.
Ugh.
Yeah, okay. Gonna be a weirdo? Alright, sorry. I don't mean to keep pausing and stuff. Alright. Sorry, there's just a lot of messages in my group work chat at the moment. I just, sometimes that stuff is being addressed to me. I had to answer a question. Sometimes it is not. I hope this hurts your ears, you salad bar bitch. Oh, well, that's way up there, huh? I should probably get the stock for this so that the accuracy can be a little bit better. Because it takes a while for it to kind of like scope in for focusing. It has quite a bit of recoil, but the stock takes up like 4 spaces instead of like 2 or 3 like it used to. Okay, well, this appears to be a dead end. No, there is a door there, or at least the map stops here. Here's a save room, though. Parasites and their Ecology, Volume 2. There are some parasites that have the ability to control their hosts. This is basic knowledge among the biologists, but among most biologists, but not much is known as to how the parasites do it. The following is a list of several such parasites. Dicrocolium. Once the larvae of this parasite migrate to the ant's esophagus, they alter the behavior of the ant when the temperature drops in the evening during peak grazing hours. The infected ant climbs the top of a plant and clamps onto a leaf using its mandible with the intention of being eaten. Galactosomum. The larvae of this parasite make their home inside the brain of a fish, such as the yellowtail and the parrot bass. Once infected, the fish makes its way up to the water's surface, where it will swim until being eaten by seabirds. I've heard of, I think, both of these. Definitely this one. Leucochloridium. This parasite's sporocysts develop in the snail's eye stalks. This one I've definitely heard of. Where they pulsate like worms. They alter the snail's behavior and force it to move to the top of a plant to make it more visible to birds. Yes. Once eaten by a bird, the parasite will complete its metamorphosis into an adult. Yep. I'm no parasite expert, but as someone with a fancy for Resident Evil games who has looked into game development of my own and stuff, there have always been ideas I've had of parasite-driven creatures in horror game fare. In fact, I'm not saying they took the idea from me or anything, although I do feel like they didn't handle it the best. You know, if it were me, I would have done it differently. The cordyceps in The Last of Us was something, you know, the cordyceps unilateralis that it's based on is something that I learned about like years before that game came out, and I was just like, I want to make a game that's kind of based around this. That's about as far as that idea went. I mean, it went further than that. It's not like I pitched a game to anybody, but it wouldn't be the first time that I had a cool idea for a game that later came out as a game that somebody else made. People have similar ideas. It happens, you know. But in the moment, it's hard to not feel like, hey man, the fucking universe ripped off my idea and gave it to somebody else. Not cool. That was my idea, you know. I got way too much shit. I guess we can just leave that there. It's not gonna go anywhere, I don't think. Can come back for it. Did I? I don't think I actually saved the game. Let me just do that really quick. Damn, nature, you scary. If you've ever seen those, the, Galactosamum, I think it was, or no, wait, it was, maybe it was that, whichever one it was that infects the snails, it makes the snails' eye stalks look fucking crazy, you know, like all hypnotoad shit and stuff, like they just like waver back and forth and get all like colorful and shit, and they do that specifically just to try to attract birds to come eat them. But yeah, like, if you're curious, you can look it up. Oh, it's water hull. Or is it maybe more like oil hull now? This does not look like water. It does say water hull on the map still, so that's cool. One of those parasites apparently doesn't even attack the brain. It literally hijacks the nervous system and moves the muscles in real time. Yeah, I remember reading that. I forget which one it does, which one does it, but that's kind of scary. Imagine a story where the zombies are totally conscious of what's happening but helpless to do anything. Yep. Pretty fucked up. Okay, let's do this again. Oh wait, no, I don't have enough. Shit. I guess just hold off.
Leon, they're here.
Oh, okay, so they are. God damn. Chill. Come on, quick. Oh my god, do it faster. Jesus Christ. He did not want to help. Alright, Ashley, I'm gonna get you, don't worry.
Ashley!
Man, these guys really love throwing shit today. Give me this.
Shit! Drop the girl.
Hello? Thank you. Brother's fucking immune to shotgun bullet shells.
Ashley!
Right, you have to like pick her up after, which is annoying. Whoa, who had to like? Oh, it's the fact that there's female cultists now. They sound just different enough to be like standout. And I was like, who's got the like really like high pitched voice in here? Uh-oh.
You're serious.
All right, get your ass up.
I'm fine.
That room was not overly difficult. It just went sideways fast because she got fucking no-scoped by the goddamn crossbow sniper up there. It was mainly just because of the movement that I decided to take, but I probably can't leave, can I? Oh, no, I can. Okay, cool. I just want to grab this so I can make more shoddy shells when I have enough gunpowder. Reload. Alright, we're a little hurt. Maybe rifle would be better, though. Although we're about out of shotgun, but it's water haul. Yeah, give me rifle ammo. Okay. We can make more handgun rounds if we need to, at least. Can I potentially get a little bit more healing, please? Just so I have it, no other reason. I don't need it or anything. I'm too good at this game to need it. Clearly. Okay, well, it's a red herb. Okay. Some of your voices carry enough that it makes it sound like it's happening behind me. Their voices are literally like everywhere. Probably because they're above too, but fuck your candle. Above but not somewhere visible. Alright. Shotgun shells I think are still, we need 12 for that. Still just one at a time with that. Or below, perhaps? Below? There's you. Tee hee hee. Man, he is wobbly as hell with this gun. I'm barely touching the stick at all. I can't remember. Someone had commented in Marcus's chat for the brief bit that I was there. Someone had commented that Leon's aim sway feels like a bit much. I kind of tend to agree, to be honest. Because, like, damn, in some cases, his aim be fucking crazy. Crazy wobbly, that is. Depending on the gun, at least, that you're using. Oh, interesting. They keep chanting. I wish I could just combine it. Alright, I tell you what. Discard these. They'll like keep chanting like while their parasite wants to kind of like transform and shit. It's kind of effed up. Just like adds an extra layer of creepiness. There's an explosive barrel there if we need it, I guess. We still don't have the crank handle or whatever wheel I guess we probably need for that. Good God, man. These inventory issues are not helping. All right, here we can make shotgun shells. And then do one of those. Excuse me, can you please? Thank you. Halo wheel.
This should do the trick.
All right, who's coming? Anybody? Hey, Belly, how's it going? Good to see you. Alright, somebody was just talking. Anybody? Oh, there you are. Well, it's just you, but, if you don't mind, come on this way, please. Okay. That's fine. We maybe could have lured some other peeps down here, but before doing that, I mean. So there's like you up there. God damn it, Ashley. I swear to God. She's like a fucking bolt magnet.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, hello? I'm not wanting to be a bolt magnet too. Excuse me, excuse me. Yeah, at least you don't have to feed her healing items. That is true.
Twisty son of a bitch. Shit.
This way, Ashley. My shooting is not being the best right now. Nice. Okay. I was being a little bit cavalier with my bullet expenses there, with my aim, more specifically. Just because I am trying to kind of actually use up some of this ammo. Damn it. It's like stuck in the reload forever. Okay, can I stop being womboed? I'm like stun locked here. Shit, I was trying to be fast, but again, that weapon sway is very quick with the rifle. Okay, I'm just trying to like evade too many things at the same time here.
All right.
Oh, she got herself up? I didn't think she could. Maybe if there's like no enemies nearby, she can. Yeah, the crossbow enemies have always been like one of the more annoying ones to deal with in Resident Evil in general. Like a classic Resident Evil 4 or Remake. I thought I saw one there. Ashley, if you don't mind, could you please... Oh my god. I really wish that this weapon sway thing could be like a little bit consistent.
Come on.
It's so difficult on controller. I don't know how to like really...
Anytime.
I could be doing this better. I'm not pretending like it's just not my fault, but the weapon sway, when you're just sitting still is aggressive. And when you're trying to adjust your aim to compensate, like, it either goes way too short or way too far. And not, like, right where you need it to be. Like, just with, like, a tap. It's a little obscene. It's just a little much, really. What all can we make right now? I mean, making extra mines wouldn't hurt, but... Got back with the shooting range in the third one. It goes by way too fast. Yeah, understandable. I should probably, you know, well, I shouldn't say probably. I'm comfortable with mouse and key, or with controller, so that's what I want to play with. But I will say that, like, not playing this with mouse and keyboard is probably making my aim suffer just a wee bit. All right, what is with the bombardment of work messages today? Hold on. Sorry. Sorry.
Awesome.
We're not out of the woods
Make sure you
yet.
hit the shooting gallery with Ashley and take a look at her when you're done. She looks him up like a piece of meat. Okay. Would kind of like... I don't know if there's like an outside thing we can get to there, or what the deal is with that treasure. Probably, or an underground thing. And I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than that for my trouble. I want to say in like the original, in one of these wings, there's like a first aid spray. It's too bad that's not there now, because I could actually use it for once. I'm relatively confident in my abilities to survive here, but we do just have the one heal, so it's gonna, and my health is definitely not full, so it's probably gonna get a little dicey. All right, well that helps, I guess. Let me maybe not use it yet, though, just in case, because we are still on green, so I don't think we can get one shot by anything that's not like a direct head bite.
Hidden platform?
A little over the top, don't you think?
That sounds like a voice line directly from the original. I just don't know if it's specifically that or something else. Oh, not this side. Can maybe pick that up later. Actually, let's make this now.
Come on.
Okay.
All right.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I got this.
Some gunpowder here.
I'll cover you. Don't stop.
Oop, I thought he was going to go further that way. I got it. I got it.
Hang on! I've got you! Ashley! Sorry, must have slipped.
Fuck. Of course, there's a thing right there. Trying to like anticipate people's movements, and then I'm like shooting right where there's like an obstacle.
Okay, get back here!
It's nice of her to come down by herself without me having to go get her. Okay, where did the gunpowder go? Was it over here? Or did I pick it up already? Maybe I did. There's more gunpowder. I guess I must over. It would be highlighted. Really? And did not want to fall to one knee. Okay, that went fine, I guess.
Ashley. Are you alright?
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, we reloads and we moves on.
Come on.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what we got here. No treasure. Okay. Doesn't mean that there's no items to get, but still wouldn't mind an extra herb or two just to have it. Maybe we use something though to heal up, just like this guy, I guess, and then save this in case we find a red herb. Yeah. Tis locked.
Come on.
Okay.
Isn't this that section of RE4? The place with shit tons of cranks Ashley has to do? It's just like, well, yeah. There's like the one crank that you can choose to do or have her do, and then there's like the couple that she has to do up above on those like catwalk platforms, which that part was basically the same. You know, where you just kind of like defend her from incoming cultists who want to try to carry her off.
Looks like the right place. You okay?
I think so. Instead of worrying about her, worry about your own skin. Foolish little lamb.
It's my knife. Yo, okay.
Temperance, child.
Ashley. Wait!
Kind of like the idea that Sadler, like when he's kind of exerting his control, that he's not just like sort of pushing them to do his will, but can like sort of actually like puppeteer them, it sort of seems like. Maybe. It's hard to say for sure what's going on there. Why are my saves like all over the place here? Oh, whatever. Yeah, I wonder. It's like, did you take my knife? Am I gonna be stuck with kitchen and boot knives for a bit? She did throw it down.
Bruce,
So.
come in. Things went to shit. We took refuge inside a castle, but I've just been separated from Baby Eagle.
Saying you.
Roost, you're breaking up. Do you read me?
Number one? In. Chopper.
Damn it. So much for that.
So I'm just realizing now that I look at my OBS, this did not happen at all yesterday. Must have dropped some frames at some point. When did that occur? Does someone know? It was like a little over 2,000 frames, which in the long term of this stream is not very much, but just wondering when that happened because I was not looking at my thing at that point in time. Fish? I heard a splish splash. Oh, hello. You're kind of a big one, though, that we're not going to fit right now, so I think I'm going to leave y'all alone for the moment. Till I have eyes on a merchant, maybe. Appears that there's going to be one right there, so that does change things a little bit. I don't remember if I can fit, like, the smaller variety or not. Like if they're just 2 spaces or if they're more. The stream started loading in the room with all the shit fountains. Maybe it was then. Like it was buffering, you mean? Did it stay like that the whole time I was in there, or was it just like kind of temporary? Obviously there was a lot of water effects on screen, so. Of course it's 3. Why it gotta be 3? Alright, I tell you what. As much as I don't really want to do that. Need the room anyway. Just like a second or two. Okay. Alright. It probably got a little unsmooth at some point and maybe just was harder to tell, but
Having a rough day, stranger?
a little bit. A little bit.
Welcome. I got something new for you. Ruby's all rubbish. It makes no difference.
I want to sell the... Well, they're not worth that much, but as a heal, it's like it takes up way too much space, though.
Stranger,
Like, especially the bigger ones.
I'll pay a pretty penny for that.
Pair
Give
this.
that the care it deserves, mate.
Alright, what do you got? Body armor.
Bang for your buck. I guarantee it.
Protects the wearer completely from shots and explosions and reduces damage from close quarter attacks. Durability can be restored by the merchant. So it gives us another item that we can repair. This game gives you heaps of money. Oh yeah, so did the OG actually. If you bother to collect stuff, the OG gives you tons of money. But it's not tons in the long term when you're actually upgrading everything, because if you really upgrade stuff, like, you sink that money into those weapons real fast. It's only if you're not bothering to really upgrade that, you know, you just sit on a ton of cash, like if you're collecting treasures. I mean, this doesn't seem like a bad thing to have if we want to, if it doesn't take up space in the inventory, which it doesn't appear that it will, it'll presumably just show on my character model.
Not seen anything
Give us something
you
on the
like,
HUD.
stranger.
I mean, you know, sure, we'll give it a go.
I offer repair services.
Give you the option to sell it, or is it just permanent now? Let's just be permanent now. Okay, what about this? Well, there's the Matilda. I'm not going to buy the Matilda right now, but it's cool that it's there.
Years haven't been kind to us, I suppose.
I guess we want to get this realistically, and we should probably get the stock for the Red 9. I just wish we had another case upgrade. I feel like as good as they've been about everything, the one thing where I feel like they've, well, other than maybe the weapon sway, the one thing I feel like they've maybe not done the best in terms of balancing is inventory space. Like, you don't have to buy every gun and all that kind of stuff, obviously, but like in the original game, you can expect to have one of each kind of sort of category of gun and be fine generally, except for in certain cases, if like you're being extremely efficient with your ammo, you might just end up with too many grenades, too many whatever, that you have to leave some shit behind. In this, I feel like I'm constantly out of space, and I don't feel like I can make a lot of space because, you know, I've only got one custom part, which is just for this, but ideally I'd want the stock for this, and the stock for this, which is going to increase the space of a lot. But when you're carrying, 2 different ammo types for one gun,
Time is money, mate.
not only your main knife showing up in your inventory now, but several other knives, and you're carrying crafting materials, it just feels like you need way more space than the game gives you to accommodate for all that. Everything else that's in the game is what was already there, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it just feels like you constantly are out of room. Particularly since you can't store like half the shit that you really would like to store. Like, I don't necessarily need 4 flash grenades on me. I certainly don't need all these kitchen knives, which I should probably just make into bolts, to be honest. But the problem with doing that is that also requires resources that I don't necessarily want to use on making bolts generally. Because, like, yeah, if I could do this with small resources, like right now, that'd probably be all right. But yeah, they kind of, yeah, if the crafting materials themselves didn't have to be in the case, like if they were just secondary, like the spinels and your pesetas and all that, like, that'd probably be okay. Like, I'd be fine with the knives being in your inventory at that point, because then at least, like, right now, I would at least have 5 spaces extra, which is not a lot, but it's a lot when you're, like, picking them up every 5 feet. And I have the default case, which just increases drop rate of handgun ammo, not like resources. Alternatively, I would probably even be fine with just, like, let me keep the crafting resources, but keep knives out of my inventory. Let them just be a, you know, a side pouch thing. Like, you could even limit the amount of knives you carry that way if you want. There's not really a specific reason that knives have to be in your inventory, I don't think. Because the main, like, crafting component of, like, gunpowder or resources that you would need to use to make, like, you know, bolts and stuff, you could just click on that item, since you have to do that anyway. We've been finding green herbs rare. Not rare, but, like, they're not exactly common. I don't think any of the case options that you start with the deluxe version give you the means to find more herbs by default. Because the gold case is more money, which would honestly be more useful than the more handgun ammo one that I've got. Because maybe not. I don't know. It depends on the rate, because I feel like I'm not getting that much extra handgun ammo, to be honest. And then the other one was more resources. It's more gunpowder, I think, and then there's a different one for resources. I think the AI director they're using needs some fine-tuning. I was doing the stun in Melee and got peanuts for ammo throughout. Oh yeah, that's right. They call the thing the director. I forgot that was like the unofficial or semi-official name for the actual thing in the, you know, what runs the adjustments of the game, and, you know, like your drop rates and your difficulty adjustment and all that kind of shit, as well as just the general RNG of enemy placements in their games. Actually, hold on, let me not save it yet.
Welcome. Your weapons are in good hands, mate. I'll see you right. There you are, as you wished. See how that feels, mate. A fella like yourself should notice the difference right away.
Seems fine for now. I am gonna go ahead and just finally upgrade the knife power, I think, just for the hell of it. Use up some of this money. And I still just don't really have space for anything. Like if I sell, like, I guess I could sell some of these knives. I don't really need them. Actually, here's a question. Craft. Bolts 6. Okay, so boot knives do actually craft more bolts than kitchen knives. They're basically just better kitchen knives. Let me just sell one of these kitchen knives. It's not so much that we couldn't use more bolts, but so we have some extra room to use there. And then we have 3 red barrels finally, so let's do it. That should be pretty nice.
Welcome. I'll buy it at a high price.
Alright, I think we'll just hold on to the rest.
Don't get yourself killed now.
Although I am gonna go just gonna go up here. I'm gonna collect some fish to sell to him, I guess. They don't seem overly worthwhile to do that with necessarily, but although again, I'm not even sure I really have the space to do that because we're gonna need at least like a 4x4 or no. Yeah. We're gonna need a 2x4, so 8, I think, for one of the big fish. And I don't have anything else I can really clear out of my inventory, I don't think, so maybe I'll just leave them and come back for them later. Alright, and then is that it? That's where we came from. That's where Ashley went. Still alert that the merchant doesn't sell ammo. It'd be fine if he sold a limited amount, say like 10 handgun ammo per chapter. Yeah, I could see that, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird the way they do things at times. Yeah, fuck it, we don't need to nickel and dime with the fish. We'll come back if we really want to. Assuming none of you are alive right now.
This is messed up.
Yeah, storing ammo I think would be more important. Buying would already be useful, but being able to store your ammo, that'd be like a fucking godsend. Because like even if it is just like grenades, because yeah, I don't really need to carry 4 flashbangs. I mean, yeah, they're certainly useful for certain situations. I definitely don't need to carry like 6 fucking knives or something. At least not after upgrading my durability. Vault over. Probably have to go that way. This is probably locked, yeah. Yep.
It's locked.
I keep like double checking for treasure that's not there. Consign the crimson flame. The voice of pestilence dwells in the flames, leading the pitiful souls to salvation. Consign the crimson flame to its rightful place, for you shall be enlightened and the path revealed. We need another lantern that I guess we're going to get from in here. I see, he has it on him.
Sorry to interrupt.
Come on. Come on, aim the gun, Leon. Why are you not reloading? God, he's so slow to do so much in this game. Tell you what. Okay. Just don't do the thing, I guess. I don't know, man. There's times when I feel like there's certain things in the remake they just kind of didn't do super great. Like, I just would like to not be wombo comboed so much, I guess is kind of the main gist.
Here you go.
Because it happens constantly. Like, when you shoot the shotgun in the original game, it's kind of like a straight up conical hit scan weapon that just hits everything in front of you. I don't necessarily expect it to work so unrealistically like it did in the original, but you know, you shoot like one guy sometimes with like quite a bit of overlap that should hit the enemy like to the side or slightly behind them, and it just sometimes just gets ignored, like that extra overlap. And then yeah, like you'll be caught in like some long fucking stun animation and just get wombo comboed, or you'll get stuck in your reload animation and not have any means of canceling it. And I gotta be honest, I don't like not being able to reload cancel. That's kind of not so cool. Yeah, I recognize that I'm getting like stunned by something too, something else. The chief cultists thing, maybe. It's having some sort of effect on Leon. That at least makes some room. Fuck this weapon sway, man. You tap the thing up a little bit and it goes fucking, like it just goes somewhere completely else. Anyway, I'm gonna stop griping. Like, this game is great, genuinely fucking fantastic. I just wish that like they hadn't leaned so hard into the realism aspects that like certain things just become like really fucking difficult to actually do, like normal ass shit. There we go. Yeah, the aim sway it's overkill. It's a bit much, at least on controller, which is what I'm playing on. maybe it's not so bad when you're playing on keyboard and mouse because you have finer control over your aim, but man, is it rough on controller. Like, I'm not saying you can't get used to it. Like, I could just take my time a little bit more to aim my shots, but I don't like being a controller player and then just sitting here like this trying to, like, you know, like, oh, let me line it up carefully. It just makes me look like I'm fucking baby's first day playing a fucking shooter, you know. I want to be able to make stylish shots quickly. It's not just for showing off either. I have more fun doing that than just being super slow. But if you get in even like the slightest rush, it's just like, nope, you're gonna just miss because your shot's gonna go fucking way off to the side or above or below or whatever you're intending to aim at. Here with pearls and rubies. Anyway. No, legit. The game is good. It doesn't control badly generally. I just wish that some of that stuff was a little bit more fine-tuned from a gamified sense and a little bit less, you know, let's lean hard into the realism movement stuff, because it makes certain aspects into a little bit of a chore, unfortunately. Wait a minute, you telling me I could have, like, snuck up here and done that? No, there's, like, no way, right? Well, maybe. I guess there's this ladder over here. Cool. See, now I wish I had done that, because I guess I could have dropped that on several of them. Oh well. I just assumed that when I went in the room that the dude was going to notice me, so I was like, I'll just snipe him, it's fine. Oh well, lesson learned for next time, I guess. Don't seem to have missed anything else here. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I just find stuff like that, like, it just gets a little frustrating after a while when you're just, like, trying to land what seem like otherwise easy hits sometimes, and your shot just goes, like, way off over here. Particularly with the rifle, because you're trying to do precision aiming, and it just goes a little too hard one way or the other. Unless you just really take your time. So it just forces you to really go slow, and I guess that's not inherently bad to go slow. It just I don't know, when you're in the middle of action like that, I just kind of I would prefer to be able to move a little bit faster. So chances are that's the broken butterfly. Maybe. Well, maybe not, but just looking at the way that this room is set up, I just feel like that's what that's going to be. If the free broken butterfly is still in the game, that would make sense. So we got to remember to come back here with Ashley. With Ashley. I feel like a lot of the time, you know, you don't even have to be that precise with like this gun, unless you just want to like do the focused aim thing. But you just look at like Leon's weapon sway. When I'm like focused, it's not too bad, but it depends on like how far away something is. But like some guns, like his sway is just kind of like, this is terrible. Like that is all over the place. Like, just calm your fucking breathing for a half a second, bro. Because I can't, like, crouch and aim this. And it'd be one thing if this was, like, an actual bow and arrow. You might be like, okay, well, arm strain, sure. But it's a fucking crossbow, dude. Like, why are you having so much trouble aiming that thing? Rifles. This thing does not have so much weapon sway. I mean, it's more of an issue, like, obviously, when you're aiming at something far away. But the issue, because it's more pronounced when you're zoomed in, even though you're not actually moving the gun that much or any more than you are when you're zoomed out, it's just more noticeable when you're zoomed. The issue is just that when you move this thing, you start off as like, hey, I just want to do like this tiny little adjustment like this. And then instead what happens is this, like you go like, you're just trying to do like this tiny little tap adjustment. And instead it tries to do like the full extended adjustment, like of the analog stick. I mean, so, again, it may just be more of a controller issue, but like, it'll just suddenly be like, oh, let me strafe way far off to the side instead of like this tiny amount you were trying to do. And when you're in the moment where you're trying to like quickly adjust your aim and then immediately shoot as soon as you've adjusted, because you're on a timetable of like trying to shoot this enemy that's like right here before it moves to right there. So you're just like, let me just adjust to like right here real quick. And then suddenly your aim goes like that. And then you just fire and you waste a bullet. It's like, come on, dude. It might even be more specific to like just the fact that I'm using like a DualSense controller. I don't know.
Right there,
Oh,
Leon.
we're here.
Wouldn't make me use this. Would you?
Well, after 6 years, that is one hell of a greeting, Ada.
You don't seem surprised. Interesting.
Try using knives next time. Better for close encounters.
Not a bad move. Very smooth.
So who are you working for this time?
Oh, Leon. You know I don't work in town. Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what. You walk away now, and who knows?
Mommy, sorry.
Maybe you'll live to meet me again. And then I might get you that greeting you were looking
There's a mod that eliminates weapon sway. I'd install
you think
it.
I'm gonna give up that easy?
Right. How about we continue this discussion another time?
I do honestly like her new outfit here better. I think most people do, actually. Her RE2 remake outfit feels relatively faithful to what she's supposed to be kind of like wearing in the original, minus like the tights or pants or whatever the hell it is that she's supposed to have like under her like kind of reddish long shirt thing. And it wasn't until you went into this game that she was suddenly in like a red dress, like a long sleek red dress that looked like super formal attire. So them changing it up to be like a little bit more of like a tactical thing makes a lot of sense. A tactically appropriate dress, because it looked so weird, her like so out of place for her to just be in a red dress for no reason. Don't get me wrong, it gives Ada a sense of like iconic style, but at the same time you're just like, why are you wearing that here? Especially when like it's one thing for you to blend in, but it's another thing for you to be like with the people that you're pretending to work with here, but then it's another thing for you to be like running around doing like little secret tasks under their noses whilst wearing shit like that. Like you could just wear something a little bit more sensible. Yeah. Like, wouldn't that make sense? God, I love the sound effects though. Like, no joke, they did a great fucking job with this game. Like, I'm loving just about everything about this. There's just certain little things that if it were me, I would probably change. I think the crafting material inventory spacing is a bit of an issue. Considering like how often you're just heaped up with crafting materials, like not enough to use either. So they're just constantly sitting in your inventory, and you just end up kind of not having enough ammo as a trade-off. So it's like, can I just craft them into ammo, please? Or must I constantly sit with resources in my inventory that are doing nothing? Same with the knives. Like once you've upgraded this thing's durability at least. Like the other knives feel kind of not useful. So I don't know, man. It's just kind of, there's some things I'd do different is all. Lithographic stone, A, B, C, and D. Original limestone plate used to make lithographs. Huh? That's not the one I used. Why are they... Oh, they're... Oh, okay. Weird. One of these is a sword and the other's a shield, but this would in theory be the sword based on the shape. I see. These are not identical. It's got to be this one. It could be that, but I don't think it is. But that's not that either, so... This is that. This is you. Yep. I get it.
That should do it.
You know I gotta check. Sorry, Rat. Next playthrough, you get to keep your life, I promise. I gotta know if there's like a pest control part 2, you know? I missed a treasure back here. I do recall hearing some swinging noises in here. I should have been paying attention to that. Oh, that blends in a lot for some reason. Hold up. Let me catch up on chat a little bit here. Better than dumbass party dress, but of course people complain about that with how it's censorship. I mean, people are going to complain about stupid shit like that anyway, no matter what. Like, obviously her dress is still, or not dress, but her outfit is still hot. It's about how you wear it and who's wearing it, more specifically than what you're wearing, if that makes sense, you know. I don't think anyone would argue that, like, Ada suddenly looks ugly or anything just because she's not wearing a fucking cocktail dress, you know. Anyone being like, oh, it's censorship is just, you know, they're either trolling or, you know, they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because it's much stupider. It's just much more dumb for her to be in a stupid cocktail dress in the first place. Like, I don't care if you just want to be able to see her legs. Like, install a mod if you give a shit about that. There undoubtedly will be, you know, bikini and nude and etc. mods for all this shit. So fucking do that if you give a shit. I think she is probably one of the most voice actor changes in the series. Leon had, say, 3 voice actors. Ada has maybe had 5 or 6. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, I guess. And her current voice actor is apparently the actor from the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City movie, which was apparently really bad. Yeah, from what I can tell, that movie was... I mean, I think they had a fun thing they wanted to try. Like, from what I could understand, the director of Welcome to Raccoon City was, like, at least kind of trying to do something. The problem was that they just didn't really get it right, and then they tried to, on top of that, cram 2 movies together into one movie. Or not 2 movies, 2 games together into one movie, which was not a good idea, because there's way too much in too little. And so they ended up having to recharacterize a bunch of shit, and they kind of made their casting choices were kind of really off. Like, pretty much nobody felt like the right choice to play the character they were portraying, if you were at least going to be trying to get somewhat close to the original anyway. Like, they don't have to physically look like the character. I just mean, like, you always want them to look maybe a little bit like the character they're portraying, but even if they don't, that's okay. It's more like, does this character feel very different from what, you know, the game's character is like, based on who they have cast and how they're performing. Hold on one second, guys. All right, sorry about that. I needed help with something. I barely interacted with the crafting on my first playthrough. Man, I would like to just ignore it. You know, if I didn't like pick up crafting stuff all the time, I would probably just not even bother and just be like, I'll just try to use the ammo that I have. It's nice to be able to craft ammo. I don't think it's a bad thing to have included, you know, a crafting system. I just wish they had kind of made the inventory adjusted a little bit more than... They either didn't adjust the inventory space or they did, but not enough, you know, because it does feel like the inventory might be slightly bigger, but it doesn't feel like it's big enough to really compensate for the issue at hand, which is that you get far too many crafting resources, but not in enough quantity to really make ammo frequently. So you just constantly sit with resources in your inventory, and they made the resources too big. If the resource small was 1 slot and the resource large was 2 slots, this probably wouldn't be quite so bad. I think the inventory organization might get a little wonky if you did that, but it at least wouldn't be so bad. But when you're coupling that with like knives, and certain weapons have 2 ammo types and yada yada yada, it's just like there's too much, man. Like I feel like maybe what they were going for here is a system that works well for when you want to focus on just using a couple of different guns. And when you do that, you then therefore just don't put the other guns in your inventory. So you're just like, oh yeah, you know, maybe I'll keep a rifle just so I have one, but otherwise it's pistol and shotgun all the way. I'm not going to bother with the TMP. I'm not going to bother with the bolt thrower. So you're not bogged down with those extra guns. You're maybe not picking up the ammo for them. You're not crafting for them. So you're spending all of your resources on the primary 3 or whatever weapons you're using, and then you're good to go. And then occasionally you'll get other ammo that you can decide to sell or maybe hold on to if it's like Magnum that you just want to eventually like take out of storage. But unfortunately, even with that system, they should have allowed you to store ammo. That would have made sense. Yeah, you're carrying around ammo that you can't use in that case, but that's, you know, I mean, you have the option to sell it, which is the same as, you know, keep in mind, like, that's the same as the original game. You could pick up ammo for guns you don't even have. You're just less likely to pick it up. But then you just end up selling it or discarding it because you don't need it. You know, you could go through a lot of runs and just be like, you know what, fuck the TMP. I don't really care about it this time around. And you'd get TMP ammo like every once in a while and just be like, I guess I'll sell this, or no, fuck this. I'm just going to immediately discard it because it's just taking up space. You know, so that sort of stuff isn't really different. Couldn't you store ammo in the... No, there was no storage at all in the original game. You just had the attaché case. That was it. So storage is a new system entirely. So the fact that they even give you the means to store weapons is actually an upgrade. It's just that when they incorporate storage into this game, then you begin to wonder, like, well, why can I store weapons and first aid sprays, but not any of my other shit? Because arguably, I'd much rather store my other shit than my weapons, you know? Like, the things that I'm going to have a surplus of, like flashbangs, knives, resources, let me store those things so I'm not constantly bogged down with them. It's not like it's a huge benefit for me to do that, or that I'm like breaking the game's balance by doing that, because I still have to I can still only get them out of storage when I go to a typewriter. So I still have to go through segments of the game, gambling a little bit of like, do I keep some of these resources on me in case I run out of ammo, or, maybe I'll find some more so I can mix some on the spot, or do I put this in the in the typewriter storage for later? Hang on one more second. All right, sorry. I've been delivered a puppy dog. My roommate had to go out. Say hi to Cisco. He says hi. So anyway, man, one of these days I gotta install and set up Puppy Cam again, so that you guys can actually see him when he's just like chilling next to me here. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like inventory space is really the biggest issue this game has. If you're playing more like thoroughly, if you're playing this and you're just kind of rushing through and you don't really care about picking everything up, and you can make do doing that, then it's probably not so bad. Maybe, excuse me, maybe on the harder difficulties it feels more balanced, as weird as that might seem, because you might just be getting less enough of these things that you're not bogged down with them, and it's more crucial that you like use things at appropriate times and like really take your time and don't like waste ammo or heals, which of course gives you like the indication that like, oh, maybe I should play on standard first anyway, just so I get used to the game, so I'm better at defending myself on subsequent playthroughs, like you naturally potentially would anyway. But yeah, as much as like I'll gripe about, being stun locked, wombo comboed, and having weapon sway be as bad as it is for like certain guns, because for other guns it's not necessarily so bad. Like, yeah, I kind of suck at shooting things like in rapid succession when I'm using my pistol, but I could aim better. Sometimes I just get in a hurry and I just miss a bunch of shots. But what's more of what's mostly the issue, in my opinion, as far as the remake is concerned, is really just the inventory system. It doesn't take me out of the game, but it just really breaks the flow when every 5 seconds I'm out of inventory space. And I don't feel like I'm hoarding that much, like I'm spending my ammo. I'm trying to craft more ammo as a result of spending the ammo, but I'm always low on ammo of one or two types, but don't have the resources to craft those things. And as soon as I get resources, I have to immediately try to craft them into something else, just to get space in my inventory again, so I can pick up like a healing item or something. You know what I mean? Like that part right there is what's wrong with it. And I also feel like you get inventory upgrades slower than you used to. Maybe not. Maybe they're roughly in the same places they used to be, but you're just feeling it way harder with this system. I don't know. But like, I could really use a fucking case upgrade right now, and my gripes would probably not cease, but they'd be a little easier. But at the same time, at some point, I want to pick up a fucking Magnum, and it's going to be hard to justify that with the case size that I have. And if I get an upgrade, I can pick up the Magnum, but then I'm going to be running into the same problems of like, I don't have space because I have a Magnum now, like they just don't give you enough. Anyways, Illuminados 3-2. Hear the signal echo through the mountains. Rocks become gravel and the castle walls crumble. Behold the crimson shade of the night sky. A river of tainted blood befouls the sea. Sacrifice your life in the blood of your enemy. Atone for your ancient sins. Hello? Oh, I'm not clicked on the game for some reason. Because, like, my other thinking is, like, okay, maybe I just, you store some guns on occasion, right? Like, perhaps you don't include the TMP and the pistol, although it's not like they're the same class of weapon, so it's not typically the type of thing that you'd want to be, like, feeling like you can only do one or the other. I could see, leaving the bolt thrower in storage, but again, if you have bolts or attachable mines, then they're just sitting in your inventory. So right now, it feels like it would be somewhat efficient for me to, like, store that, but then it would be inefficient if I don't then immediately sell the ammo that I have sitting in my inventory, because it's just taking up space.
Great.
Getting introduced to the third parasite type. Anyways, I'm gonna stop griping. I'll probably keep griping, but I'm gonna at least continue to play the game while I do so. And yes, it's still a very fun game. I think this remake is about as, again, so far about as perfect as a remake can be. I do just wish that they had made the, you know, that particular quality of life thing a little bit nicer, because it's a bit of an issue. This seems like an intentional thing. Why would you give me a small key right where this, when there was a dresser right back here, unless you want something to occur? Maybe it won't, but... if I had managed to use the other small key that I got, unless I missed a small key, because, like, I noticed Charlie entered the castle with a small key as well, and I don't think she was as thorough getting all the treasures as I was. Like, she might have missed a little bit more, is what I mean. But, I know I missed a locked drawer. I guess you can't really, like, look at the other map. But I missed opening a locked drawer in the village, I think. There's 3 or 4 in the village. There's I want to say there's more than that in the village, because I'm pretty sure I opened at least 4, if not 5, and there was one that I somehow missed. But I came to the castle with a key, and I was just like, well, I either got this after and could not go back, and the key is just a freebie for the castle, or I missed, you know, which would mean that I missed a key somewhere in the village, or I missed, you know, I just should have gone back sooner. Like, as soon as I picked up that key, I needed to go back and unlock that drawer, like, rapidly, because as soon as you do the cabin, you basically get locked out of the village. Anyone know if I can get near the wharf where Luis was captured? Since when you tried returning there, the road was blocked. Oh, yeah. You use the boat to get around once you open that means of travel. Okay, my roommate has come back, apparently. Hopefully just to grab something, and Cisco doesn't decide to freak out for any particular reason. I keep losing frames at some point and not realizing when it's happening. I only happened to look just then because my game stuttered a little bit. Please let me know if my game gets, like, stuttery on stream. Okay, hello? Oh, he combos. Can I move, please? I'm, like, stuck on literally nothing. Alright.
One down.
Gotta love that weapon sway. And they're making the rifle feel like kind of a chore to use, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so I tried to switch to the shotgun and forgot that I was out of ammo. Then I was like, switch to the rifle, please. And then it happened very slowly. Then Leon was like, okay, I'm like backing up, and he got maybe stuck on the lip of this thing, but he didn't want to back up further, despite the fact that he didn't appear to be stuck on the lip of this. Then I got to about here and was stuck on literally nothing. I could not go this way after he did his little wombo combo. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I just couldn't move backwards. I was just trying to make some space, and he's just, like, not walking backwards. Annoying. 5 keys in the village section. Yeah, that sounds more appropriate.
Oh, nothing but the finest wares. Welcome. Wilden, what can I do you for? All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you. Good luck to you, stranger. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's, that's the way to be.
Like, genuinely, I almost kind of want to just, like, ditch the bolt thrower. I'm wondering if you're not better off.
Fighting chance out there, you best tune up your
I'm wondering if you're not better off just waiting to get the bolt thrower until later. It's not really a great weapon, to be perfectly honest. He jump scared you. Because, like, as a replacement for the mine thrower, it's like fine for that, although it's kind of slow. But then again, the mine thrower is also pretty slow in the original. But unless you're using mines, it's not really kind of a worthwhile gun. Like, normal bolts seem to do such a low amount of damage for the amount of, like, rate of fire you have that I'm like, I don't know. Speedrunners have been using it for routing. Are they using the explosive shots, or are they actually using regular bolts? I mean, don't get me wrong. The fact that you can pick up your ammo is useful, but again, the damage is maybe not so great. I mean, 1.8 is not bad damage, don't get me wrong. Yeah, okay, for the mines, that makes sense. I'm not saying that the damage is, like, pitiful or anything, but, like, you know, especially at this point, my red 9 is just better damage wise. It shoots faster, it holds more, it reloads faster. The only advantage to using the bolt thrower is to use mine rounds, but in order to use mine rounds, I have to attach them one at a time individually. You can't attach multiple, like, preload multiple mine bolts, and I have to carry 2 different ammo types in my inventory just to do that in the first place, like, which again is not the greatest, I guess. I like that they wanted to change things around. I just feel like this is kind of a downgrade, to be perfectly honest. I think it's stylish, it's cool, but you're just gonna stand there.
Your valuables won't do you a deal. Come back.
But, you know, also, hey, Christophers, how's it going? Yeah, it just feels like a little bit of a waste, to be honest. Like, I think if you get it later in the game, instead of picking up when it becomes available, if you pick it up later, like you would normally the mine thrower, it's probably not that bad. You know, it does take up more space and ammo space than it should, frankly, but, you know, what I would like, okay, instead of this system, they should allow you to do this. You know, they should allow you to combine these into explosive bolts, not, or just call them mine bolts, whatever. Not do this, like, attach a mine one at a time thing. For balance reasons, for style reasons, etc., I don't have a problem with attaching mines individually. I just don't like that it's yet another thing taking up space in your inventory just to have a second weapon that can shoot explosives that's not that powerful, you know? The original mine thrower, like, don't get me wrong, if you upgrade the crap out of it, the original mine thrower can actually be pretty strong. And this gun's explosions are pretty strong. Yeah, and it does stun shit pretty well. So, like, it's not bad. It just feels mismanaged, you know? Like, it's slow. Don't really have a problem with the slowness. It's kind of a style choice. But the extra ammo that it takes up, the fact that you pick it up early in the game before you can even really use it appropriately, kind of makes it almost like a bit of a trap to pick up, because you're just taking up a lot of extra space in your inventory for no reason, unless you really just want to, like, shoot enemies with, like, a gun that kind of lets you maintain stealth, sorta. If you, like, try to, like, quickly take down a ganado with it before they, like, sound the alarm. But it doesn't do enough damage to even just, like, insta headshot like a ganado on standard difficulty. So, like, you know, maybe when it's fully upgraded it will, but, like, you know, I'm talking, like, in the village, not the cultists, you know. But yeah, I'm just sort of regretting carrying this around in my inventory. So I feel like I may store this and we may just sell the other ammo, and then we can probably be relatively free of our inventory space woes. As much as I like shooting the explosive mines, or explosive bolts, add stuff to occasionally like clear out some enemies easily, it's cool.
Any time.
And I was considering just using it, but I don't know. Like I'm hesitant to just get rid of it because then it's just like, oh well, what if we wanted to use it? But I think if we save our game, we store it, we sell the other ammo instead of like trying to use it.
Welcome. Ooh, what you buying?
And then
I'll buy almost anything.
where are the mines? Here they are.
Not
So we
bad.
sell that. Now we have a lot of space. Look at all that fucking space. Oh, it's sexy. I can make some shotgun shells. I can buy the Magnum, which I think I'll just do because that'll... Actually, no. Let me not buy the Magnum because we might still be able to get one for free. So
Bang for your buck.
we'll probably end up buying this, but we'll do it after we confirm whether or not that's a thing. All right, I'm okay with the amount of upgrades that we have right now for everything. Last thing.
Don't get yourself
Oh, I tell you what we will do. I'm going to buy the stock for the Red 9 just to make it more accurate. I'm going to still say no to the TMP stock for now, but I will at least get this. Just since the Red 9 is our primary weapon, technically. There. We're still pretty good on inventory space right now. And it's looking a fair bit better, and then we'll put the Magnum. It feels really weird there, but okay. Then we'll put the Magnum somewhere over here, and yada yada. Okay. That's probably fine. I tried equipping the laser sight for the pistol, and I didn't like it very much. Maybe due to me playing on lower graphics with the laser so tiny. Oh, yeah. That kind of... I guess that makes sense that would happen. Okay, moving on. Hopefully you guys don't mind my, oh, what? I didn't realize you could, like, change the map angle. That's kind of, I guess it's oriented based on which way you're facing. That's cool. Hey, Anazazi, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. The rate of fire bothers me. It really feels unresponsive in a game with so much rushing at you. Yeah, for the bolt thrower, I mean, I feel like actually even a number of guns actually have that. Yeah, look at how much quicker this thing focuses now, and he doesn't sway all over the place so much. See, we were needing the stock like really bad. It was a necessary upgrade. We just did not really have the space to justify it before. Let's see what we got here. I want y'all to kind of line up if you can. Whereabouts might your head be? Right about here? Yep. Save the rest. I just killed like a bunch of your dudes. I don't know what you're laughing about.
You appear to have lost your companion.
She said meeting you once was enough.
How convenient, as I was growing tired of the blood touch. Let's play this game of ours in true Salazar fashion.
Sorry, I gotta fix my stream feed real quick. Okay, still looking good. Just from whatever amount of frames that I lost earlier, it was a little bit behind, so I just want to make sure we're looking okay. Oop. Okay. I'm being shot at again. You won't come in here, will you? Okay, I can still be shot in the safe room. Oh, okay. I guess that's what I get.
All right.
Last rifle round. Probably shouldn't even use it, to be frank, but... Can you not stand, like, against the wall?
All right.
See, now I would actually really like some large resources so I could make some, rifle rounds, please. You, you know, are feeling so inclined at some point. Something sounds a little squishy upstairs. I'm not sure I like that. We got a moon door and a sun door. Throw him out the moon door. Those things actually don't take very much to kill. I think I missed my first 2 shots. Okay. And we're looking decent. I just wish I had Ashley so I could go back and get the Magnum. Didn't notice them walking on walls. Yeah, they're a little bit spidery like that. Now... So that opens that. What was that noise? Right, so now we can go through there. Got everything in here? No, there's... Well... It's not on any of the floors that I'm on that I can be on here, so I guess we can't get whatever that is right now. So how's the verdict on the remake? I never played any RE game, but all the remakes seem to be very well done and well received. So we've been talking about this a fair bit because I do have like one particular gripe, a couple of minor gripes. The weapon sway on a couple of weapons is like a little too aggressive, particularly also just the you know, speed adjustment is a little off in some things. Not like that it doesn't move correctly, it's more that it's just like the speed at which certain things happen are like kind of hard to get used to. The animation stun lock of a couple of things can be a little annoying, but it's not really too bad. The main gripe that we have, or that I have, but that we've been discussing, is just the very limited inventory space when they've added things like carrying knives and crafting resources in your inventory now, and not really being able to store any of those items. Really makes inventory space kind of just feel constantly like you just never have any. Unless you do something kind of more drastic like I did, which was to sell some ammo and store one of the weapons that I have had since close to the beginning of the game, just because I wasn't using it as much. You know, you're in the original game, you're not going to carry every existing gun in your inventory all the time, but some of those are guns you obviously just aren't going to want to carry all the time anyway, because they're just copies of, like, well, not copies, but they're just a different version of a gun that you're already using. Like, you're not going to carry 2 pistols unless you just, like, are trying to, like, finish using the ammo in one up, maybe. Love being able to suplex people still. Overall, Remake is fantastic. I'm really actually loving the hell out of it. It's quite good. The inventory issue is my only, like, considerable gripe with the game. That's really it. And like I said, there's kind of, like, ways around that. It's not, like, completely terrible or anything. Oops. I love how his scythe landed, like, perfectly on the blade on this thing and is balanced like that. So we would need to open the moon door to get through here, but then the sun door will close there, so we can't get through. See, the stock with this actually helps a lot, because I'm sure you get an additional focus damage bonus when you're fully focused your aim there. So, but we can, like, jump down from somewhere here. It looks like we want to open the moon door anyway. Alright, hold up. Let me take a look around here at stuff before I move on. Did I... Wait, can I not go back? I guess not. Well, there's that. Alright, let's open up let's use the lever here. Scythe canceled gravity. Yep. Like, mildly confused. Like, how did I... Maybe just because I was distracted while I was doing other stuff, but, like... Did we, like, jump down to get in here? I guess we jumped from up here. Yeah, okay. For some reason I thought there was a ladder, and I was just like, how the fuck do I get back to where I just was? Alright, so that's closed now, so we gotta go the other way. Which is basically just through here is our only real option. I don't know how I got turned around so hard while I was doing that. I think just because I was so focused on what we were talking about. Okay. It's hard to tell where exactly their legs are at times with the long flowiness of their robes. Oh shit, I'm almost out of handgun rounds. Holy crap. Alright, so that's where we want to go. I guess we have to actually go there. Okay. Leg camo, yeah. Actually kind of low on ammo in general. Oh, sick. Another one of these. Speaking of, I had another treasure. I forgot to look at the extravagant clock. Intricately decorated clock with 2 recesses on the front. So this is a 1 each kind of guy. It says that you get bonuses for like same color, but I don't know if these actually technically count as the same. Like, well, no, they would have to, right? Because there's like a quartet and a quintet bonus, which can only be all red. So, well, maybe not, because maybe it could technically just be like 5 rubies and or 5 red barrels. But I'm assuming because they're both red that you can mix and match and still get that modifier. Maybe, I don't know. This does say color, and they're both red, obviously. I don't know if it counts it the same or not. Let's see what we would end up with here. 24, or a little bit higher if we had one of these. I feel like maybe we go with like one of those for that and save our yellow diamonds for now. You have a lot of these, though. How much worse is this? That's actually not a huge difference. But let's see what we have here. So yeah, it'd be nice if we had 2 red barrels here. Because then we could do the quintet or even just try this just to see which ends up actually being better, but this would net us 55 seems pretty good for that. I think that's actually probably good enough. And then for this guy, we'll just do a slightly cheaper deal and do one of these. 19. Yeah, okay. Some money off of that. Can I craft any? I can craft some handgun rounds and or shotgun shells. We'd probably be better off just crafting handgun for right now because our ammo's a little bit limited. Although it's not really a lot. If I had another resources, thing of small resources, that might have been better, but I don't know. It's pretty too. Yeah. Ammo, please. Thank you. There's more resources. Okay, well, since we just got some, I'll just make this into shotgun shells then. Oh, we don't have quite enough. Yeah, screw it. Just give me handgun ammo. Now that we have, the stock for our red 9, this gun feels way more formidable because I can actually fucking land some shots. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of wondering if there's like a like find all treasures challenge. I wouldn't be surprised if there is. Hello, sir. I needed that laser sight for the red 9, but after that I was comfy. Laser sight makes sense. I do sort of miss using it from the OG, but I'm kind of comfortable with what I'm using right now, so I don't really want to... I don't really feel like acquiring it. Okay. We're getting a little bit more efficient with it. I think that's the case. Any marked treasure or treasure marked on the maps, yeah. I think there's, yeah, it would be likely that there's a challenge for it. I just haven't really looked at all the challenges. I kind of hope we run into the other, like, if there's going to be more shooting ranges, I hope we run into like the next one soon. I kind of want to see what it has to offer. That did not do what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to open this, to be honest. But we probably needed to do that anyway. Uh-oh. Stinky.
Another one. You guys are really starting to
Oh,
feel like
he's
giant
a
pain in my ass.
ranged fight this time. Alright, hold up. I don't want to leave before I've like made sure that there's not like loot here. I'm not really seeing anything. Alright, somebody rang the dinner bell, so I'm waiting to see if there's gonna be enemies. There's probably gonna be. Yeah, throw your shit. Music's getting a little up there.
Sorry, must have slipped.
What? But yeah, and I'm all for the action one-liners, but must have slipped? Was it maybe because I kicked the one guy in the face, but it's kind of an odd one. Maybe he was referring specifically to like his trigger finger maybe, but so you know, maybe I can just shoot this dude and stuff, but I'm kind of like expecting to maybe run into a cannon at some point. I don't know, I just have that feeling. I hope that we're not like just bypassing the okay, that we're not just like bypassing the dude if I just keep running. That not do damage? Fucking see shit. Still a little low on the ammo here, but okay. I kind of got like shoved forward randomly there. I couldn't really do what I was trying to do. Yeah, that was cool though. Perfect. All right. Thanks for the ammo. I fucking needed that shit. Cool. We need a heal actually. Give me... I could actually really use some resources L about now. A resource W, if you will, because I want rifle rounds, man. Yeah, just do it. I hope I don't miss any treasure while I'm doing this. Wait, so that opened this path. Okay. Thanks, buddy. El Gigante 2.0 over there is my buddy. He's my pal. He's just wiping out the enemies. I set him up, he knocks them down. actually. It's just out of reach. Tippy toes, Leon, come on. All right. I'm really trying to tap shoot that gun so that it only shoots one round when I'm trying to just collect a treasure like that, but it's kind of hard to do. All right, now there's a ladder, I see. All right, that seemed like a little bit of a close call because I was like, I can't really climb this ladder any faster than this, so. I need a key. You know what I should have done? I should have stood on the cannon and then shot that just to see if it would lift me up like an elevator. I bet it does. Or maybe the game just breaks. But I bet it would. Alright, well, my instincts were correct at least. There was indeed a cannon. It just felt like a set piece that there'd be a cannon, you know? Like, they're not gonna make me just shoot this fucking dude, right? I'm just gonna either have to just flee or they're gonna put a cannon in here at some point. Maybe, was it walled? Okay, never mind. It was walled off down there entirely. I thought it was open. Never mind. You can't ride it up like an elevator. You have to go the slow way. Why was... Is it just me, or did Leon look for just a half a second there like he had to, like he was running like he had to poop? I don't know. He's just like, I need the bathroom. Like, I don't know, his upper torso just looked a little stiffer than his usual animation does when he's running. Maybe it's just I just noticed his run is weird or something, but just in that moment it looked very awkward. Get me to the bathroom, stat. There could very well be an achievement for killing him without using the cannon. I mean, obviously, guys, like you gotta get dealt with. You can actually see the projectile just going a ways. I'm just looking to wait, I actually broke that window? Okay. That's cool. I'm just trying to see if there's like any like little destructible secrets here. Wanted to bring down a tower. Yeah, I don't really expect it to actually do anything. I'm just like wondering though, like, oh, is there something I can hit here that'll open something? But it doesn't look like that's the case.
All right. Open for traffic.
Wish I had a key, but I guess we can come back, or at least hopefully we can come back for that. There's this back here, though, so maybe... Can we backtrack? I don't know if I can get to whatever that was still. If we jump down here, hopefully we can go through still. How did your robe... Okay. That dead cultist robe just started moving suddenly, and I was just like, excuse you. You better be dead still. Got some stuff. What time is it? Almost 3 already? God damn. Time flies when you're playing this game, man. It really does. Thankfully, the amount of work that I need to do for, like, the rest of the day is not... I mean, there will be more work to do later, don't get me wrong, but, at least the task that I have yet to do today is not, like, a big one. Oh, wait, can I just not get there now? Oh, wait, I can jump down. But is it possible to get back to there? Because there's a treasure up there. I just don't know if I can go there from here, but I kind of just want to go see if it's possible. Maybe I'm wasting my time, maybe I'm not. But I don't think I can go any further back than this. Maybe we had to get it while we were doing that other shit. That's unfortunate if so. Hopefully we'll have the means of just going back at some point, but I don't think, doesn't look like I can get back that way right now. Alright, well, maybe later. It's kind of weird, though, that they let you... Unless I'm missing something, it's weird that they let you go back this far if you just kind of can't go any further than that right there. I mean, I guess it makes sense because the locked drawer here. That's really the reason why. I just hope that we can somehow get back to this other one later on if we can maybe make our way back through all of this. I mean, there's that. So, in theory, we could go back from there to there, but who knows? Oh, he grabbed me. I thought... Okay. It's cool that he's still alive, though. I thought he punched up through the thing and, like, actually uppercut Leon into the air for a second.
I've had my fill of you guys.
That would have been fucking sick. Yeah, and you can even still go back around this now. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Alright, I would like lots of treasure now after having completed that, and a whole bunch of ammo, please. Maybe some healing items for the effort, you know? I can already tell that, like, challenge runs for this game are going to be kind of tough. Particularly the type of challenge runs that I want to do. I do want to do the ones that are just natively in the game. For, you know, normal challenges, like, you know, complete the game without using healing items or whatever, or complete the game without visiting the merchant, all that kind of shit, right? But, you know, maybe an eventual no damage run or something. A no death at the very least should be pretty doable. I've died twice in this playthrough, like once legitimately and once to Ashley getting killed. Maybe 3 times. I can't remember if Ashley has caused me to get killed twice or if it was just the once. Because I think in terms of Leon actually just straight up dying, I don't think I've died in the normal game. I don't think I've died to anything outright yet. The only thing that killed me was Del Lago at the dock, you know, the scripted, you know, being eaten thing. Which we did intentionally. And then later... No, okay, I forgot. It has been 3 times. So I did get killed outright. I got my head bitten off by the first parasite, the chomper style. I don't know what the hell they're called, but you know, the ones that bite your head off. Because he did the whole scripted thing where he jumps and latches onto the ceiling and then jumps at you to try to bite your head off. And I closed in to shoot him with the shotgun just to stagger him, and like he immediately went for the jump, like right after being shot. Like I was expecting him to get staggered and he just didn't. So like that happened like way faster than I was expecting. He just like instantly came down and bit my head off. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess that's that. So we've had one truly legitimate death in regards to that. Hold up. Let me just finish the sentence. One truly legitimate death in regards to that. One time where Ashley got carried off by Mendez because I fucked up in the chase sequence. and then one intentional death of Del Lago. So at least 3. I could be forgetting something else, but I know at least that there's those 3.
Let's stay back. I might hurt you again. I'm so scared. When that happened, I wasn't myself anymore. I was something else.
Oh, she must have been terrifying. I know.
You too?
It's okay to be afraid, you know. But you can't run. You gotta keep moving forward. We will beat this. Together.
I don't know if I can.
You can. Just give me a heads up before you stab me next time, okay?
Leon, thanks.
That's a nice scene, actually. I kind of like that they got like a little bit more to her kind of like freak out moment, especially since like she was just like actually kind of controlled for a moment rather than just, you know, she coughed up a little blood and then ran off, you know, and got stuck in a trap. Because that that whole segment in the original where she's like, she runs away and then a whole bunch of spike walls come up and I'm just like, are you trying to kill Ashley? What the fuck? And then she like leans up against the wall, which then, you know, wraps little bars around her. It's just like, that trap is straight up out of like a fucking like a black and white, you know, film or something, like it, or a cartoon even. Like it's just, it's goofy, you know. It's like something that you would put in yeah, like a cartoon or some shit like that. Like no one would legitimately design a trap like that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, Blofeld made it. Exactly. It's basically a James Bond trap with even less going on that makes sense. All right. Let's keep going a little bit. It's Friday. I have work to do, but not a whole ton, assuming that I don't get bombarded with any more messages anyway.
Luis, where are you?
Sorry, I screwed up. Come to my rescue, Prince Charming.
I'll show you charming, pal.
Come on. I'm in the ballroom past the courtyard. Don't be late to the dance.
But yeah, I like that we get a little bit more
That guy.
reason, like legitimate reason for her to be like freaked out. Beyond just, you know, I coughed up a little blood and I'm, you know, I don't want Leon to console me right now. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like her freak out makes no sense in the original. It's just the fact that she immediately wanders into like one of the most ridiculously designed traps in the world, as though it was always placed there for her to get trapped by it. Like, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Finally, one of these. Yeah, let me make some rifle ammo, I guess. Submachine gun would be nice too, but rifle's really the powerhouse weapon, so, or one of them anyway, so we really kind of want to keep some surplus of rifle rounds. The whole plot of RE4 is dumb. We're going to infect the president's daughter and use her as a sleeper to take over the US, but we have to also stop the guy who wants to take her home. Yeah, like, yeah. It is. It very much so. The original RE4 plot is very much like a not super well thought out like Bond movie or other 80s action movie. I mean, Leon stepped right out of an 80s action film hero role. Like, all of his one-liners and his fucking fancy new moves that he can do now that he's had like a couple of years of training. You know, it's very much that kind of thing going on. And it's fine. You know, Resident Evil's always been a little over the top. Even if you go back to Resident Evil 1, if you were to consider Resident Evil 1 like their most serious entry, you can still find plenty of campy shit in Resident Evil 1. Not as goofy as like the original Resident Evil 4's campiness was, but you know, some kind of out there sci-fi stuff. The camp factor is driven up a little bit by the kind of not so great voice acting in the original game, but that's not really an intentional thing so much as it's just kind of like nobody was really like a super known professional actor when they got into that role. So they, you know, not to mention the fact that whatever direction they had for a game that was translated from Japanese to English was probably pretty minimal and mostly just like, here, say this line, and you're supposed to say it like you're shocked. Rebecca. Like, okay, cool. Then like Rebecca says some lines, and it's just like you're also supposed to be a little amped up, but like they're not playing off each other because they're probably recorded separately. You know, not really directed the same way, so like they come off like completely disconnected from each other. And they didn't really sound like particularly, yeah, the English VO budget was like $5 probably. You're probably right. Also, hey, Talking Sandwich, how's it going? So yeah, not exactly the best. Resident Evil 2 actually like had a bit of a step up in terms of the voice acting, but it had its moments of feeling a bit disconnected. But I think they had a little bit more budget that time, and it's another reason why Resident Evil 2 was pretty much my favorite of the series back then. Resident Evil 3 I never really got the chance to play, the original. I've watched people play it a bunch of times. I think the voice acting in that is roughly on par with 2. Like it's got roughly the same kind of thing going on for it, in which that it's not perfect and there's definitely some overacting going on in there, but mostly it's decent. You know, just has like those minor disconnects. And then then you get to like Code Veronica and you're like, what the fuck were they thinking with some of these characters? Like the voice acting is okay for some, but then Code Veronica felt like the first big fucking departure into like absolute fucking insanity for the Resident Evil series. Because if you pay attention, RE1, RE2 are stories that are kind of, well, and RE3 are all stories that are happening kind of around the same time as each other. So they have to be somewhat more connected and coherent. But some of the ideas that they're representing are what seems a little crazy, a little far-fetched, but overall it works for like a sci-fi-ish horror concept with, you know, like a viral outbreak thing and an evil corporation. Totally workable. Then you get into Code Veronica and like some of those elements are still there, but then you get like the fucking Ashford twins and like the crazy over the top shit going on there. And then there's a lot of action movie stuff happening in Code Veronica as well. I mean, there's actiony stuff happening in all the games up to that, but like 4 is the first time where you truly feel like an action hero. But even 3, they already were trying to portray Claire as a bit of an action hero in that. Chris as well. And then you get fucking Steve. Steve, oh my god, his VA in English. If you've never seen clips of Code Veronica, do yourself a favor and go look up like some of Steve's like voice acting moments and stuff like that. I don't have like a specific video to point you to, but there's got to be something online about it, because you know, he just sounds like, so he's like this very 90s, early 2000s, like I'm a cool, you know, 90s dude, you know, he's just his fashion, the haircut. He's using like 2 machine pistols or Uzis or something as like his signature weapons and shit. Yeah, he whines like so much, and he's trying to seem like a cool badass, but he comes off like somebody's 13-year-old trying to pretend to be a badass, despite the fact that he's clearly supposed to be older than that. And then when his VA makes him sound like such a nerdy teenager portraying like an actiony guy is where like it just doesn't really work, but at the same time comes off as extremely hilarious. So it kind of works in its own way, just in the fact that it's become extremely silly. But whenever he's like screaming and just being like, no, or there's a point where he's supposed to kill somebody that he can't kill. And he's just like, I can't, you know, it's You have to look it up if you've never seen it. It's so fucking good. Like it's like cringy but good, because of how fucking silly it is. But yeah, it's not just that that the VA was so silly or anything like that in those games. In Code Veronica. It's that when you actually get into the concepts at play in Code Veronica, that's the first game where you can really see that they were like, at least as far as like some of the kind of more main entries. Because I don't remember the exact chronological order of all of them releasing, but Code Veronica felt like kind of a bit of a departure from any of the more sane concepts they were doing into some much more like, now we're getting into what Resident Evil would sort of become overall, of the sort of campy idea of viral biomutant, bioweapon creatures and shit. What is that? Probably can't tell if those are things we'll have to mess with or not, but we'll hold off for the moment. But yeah, watch them later. Do yourself a favor. It's fucking funny shit. Alright, so we're back. Not back. We've made it to the hedge maze. I can only assume we're gonna have some nasty dogs or some other sort of nasty creature. By the way, what the fuck is going on with my game right now? It doesn't say I'm losing more frames, but the game's getting a little stuttery suddenly. And I'm not having any encoding issues, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Lots of resources suddenly. Can't really do anything with it yet, though. I don't know if it's just because it's trying to render all this foliage all at once. Okay.
This has got to be the way. But first we need to do something about this gate.
I don't assume... I think these might just be like markers after we've done something with them. Yeah, they looked like something I'd maybe have to move or shoot somehow. I don't know, the game just feels kind of stuttery right there. Ashley? There's gonna be bait down there. So the dogs are just straight up roaming right around the entire maze. Okay, I get it. We have to find... Alright, so it's an Elden Ring puzzle now. We gotta go find, like, 3 towers and hit the levers and shit. Where's this damn dog? Is he not gonna come back through here again? Heavy grenade? Okay. No, there's gonna be more of you.
No good.
Oh, come on. Lame. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Alright, whatever. I knew he was gonna pop out. I just could not. Certain weapons is like, you know, you can swing real fast, and like I said, it's just hard to get used to because they just move at different speeds. You let them out. Yeah, well, I killed 2 of them. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it kind of extensively at this point, but like, yeah, the weapon swing itself is just, it could be done a bit better. I feel like the variable speeds of weapon swing is maybe a bit of an issue at times. Alright, he's dead. It's not so much that I would even not expect that to be the case, though. It's just more that, like, the weapon sway is not so great, and then the actual speed of weapon swings being kind of weirdly variable just makes it kind of hard to get used to is all. God damn, how many of them are you? Use the knife, please. Thank you. Sort of took him a moment to decide which one he was going to do there. Probably because I was like, you can't just be pressing X and then hit knife. You have to like choose one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. I wasn't really done what I was doing over here. I had come back this way because I wanted to loot that other one that I killed, but then I guess it wasn't where I thought it was. Probably is a skill issue, I acknowledge. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, is like, I think it is a skill issue in my case at the very least. Like, maybe we did just pick up what he dropped. Where the hell did I know? It was, I killed him further over here. Yeah, okay, that's why. So I just need to get back to that later. Is there anything there? No, okay. Breathe, Ashley.
Come on.
Hang on.
Here, hold this down.
No problem. Be careful.
Oh, okay, weird. The lighting there made it look like there was something yellow draped over the railing, and I was like, is there something I'm supposed to interact with there? Alright, that's 2. Just one more. And we got cultists in here.
Ashley, run!
Cultists. Okay. Oh, right, there was a spot I could drop down from. Wait for me. I'm coming, I promise.
Shit!
Jesus Christ, come on.
Ashley!
Okay. Don't get staggered, I guess. Just for the ammo, though. Alright. I think we finished this side. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Still can't get over here just yet.
Won't open.
I wonder if it might have been better to do the other direction first. Wait, actually. Okay, never mind. We can't go any further that way. Oh, I hope there's not one of the, like, big white dogs. Unless it's not as hard to kill as the other one was, because I only have so much shotgun ammo, and I don't have my, bolt thrower anymore, so I do have a heavy grenade. Guess there's that. So this is just to backtrack if we want, I guess. Get some fishies out there. There's that. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I do feel like the weapon sway in general is... It's, like, kind of a problem. It's not as big of a problem in the remake as the inventory issue, in my opinion, but... It's just... I feel like I just miss a lot due to just not understanding the just general rate of movement for different weapons, for the, for how weapons swing while you're aiming. Especially if you do this, when you, like, swing from just side to side, like, you kind of build up speed, but then if you, like, stop, you kind of, like, you get, like, these little hockey stops with your aim, even, and it gets a little awkward to, like, move in the other direction. But yeah, I just find that, like, even with a gun that you normally would not miss with most of the time, like a shotgun, like, it just becomes easy to miss with. The maze feels mazier than I remember. Yeah. Oh, than ever. Yeah. It definitely is, for sure. Oh, there you are. Do we have enough to maybe make some shoddy shells? No. We don't have any small resources. Alright, let's just make some rifle ammo. Clear out a little bit of space here. For once, I feel like we actually have, like, an inventory that feels okay. Like I said, I just feel like the bolt thrower was just, like, it's that extra puzzle piece that you just don't want, I guess. Let's be honest, they're gonna break out of there at some point, right? Like, they have to.
Close your eyes.
Okay. It might have been a little bit of a waste. I wasn't sure how much punishment these things can take. Like the white dog specifically, so. Oh. We're not done. I don't know. A rifle round to the dome felt appropriate there. Just make it easy. Hey, the elegant chessboard made it back in. Okay, it looks like we're pretty good on treasure here. So we don't really need to explore too much. It's just a question of did we get all the, like, you know, ammo and stuff. I think we pretty much have gotten everything we could have. We are out of shotgun shells again. Try to get those pesetas later if I can. The question is, are we done with dogs, or are they going to throw some more at us as soon as we pull the final lever?
Now we can finally get out of this maze.
The other one go, though.
Look away!
Okay, well, I'm glad that still hit him, because Ashley got in the way of my grenade throw. Caused it to, like, not go very far. Alright. I don't know. I don't especially want to just, like, leave this thing alive, though. So we have to kill it, but... Of course, there's another one. Come on, dude. Just stagger, like, a little bit. These things make it, like, really impossible to fucking... Oh my god, please, just sit still. Just sit still for 2 seconds so I can actually aim at you, because the aim speed is not fast enough to keep up with you, please. Holy shit. Not good. Alright, we don't need to heal that bad. I'm gonna just save that. It's like, what do you do in that situation if it's just circling around you? Like, this does not move fast enough to keep up. I have to quick turn, and then, but then he just fucking dashes around. Just kind of gets screwed. You know what? Hang on. No more stair skating. It's gone. Yeah, the game gets, like, weirdly stuttery right through that area. I don't know why. Just a little bit. Let's see, we should have enough space. Where'd you go, fishy? Alright. So we could carry a bunch of heals with us if we wanted to, but I don't. So I'm going to sell these fishies. Maybe we'll keep one of the regular bass or something. Oh, we have new stuff? Okay, I was not expecting that.
I got something new for you.
This is, okay, for selling only.
I'll buy almost anything.
You'll buy this shit and you'll like it, mister.
Stranger. Ooh, I'll pay a pretty penny for that.
Oh, we got the exclusive?
If you
Increases
want a
attack
fighting
speed by
chance
1.5.
up, you best tune up your kit. Give that the care.
So yeah, the exclusives, they still work where you have to either fully upgrade the weapon or you can buy
That's
With enough spinels, you can buy the upgrade ticket, which allows you to unlock an exclusive even if it's not fully upgraded,
some things money can't
which is pretty cool. Let's see. Increases power by 1.5. Yes,
buy.
please.
Your
50%
weapons
boost.
are in
Hell
good
yeah.
hands, mate. I'll see you right.
So most of the exclusives are just power. I like that this is a rate of fire upgrade, but it's nice just to finally actually see some more upgrades available now, finally. God, they're expensive as shit, too. Oh, this has got to be the priority, though.
Why,
Give.
that there's pretty big. Enough to get the job done, surely.
All right. Now, before I do any more of
What can I
these...
do you for?
Oh, Chalice of Atonement.
What's that? How have we procured
So
these
it's just an extra
curiosities?
treasure. I mean, it's 3, so sure, because I can just sell it to him, so...
Interesting choice. I mean, come back anytime.
All right, now before we move on, I want to... Oh, wait, I want to sell these fish, too.
Welcome. Ooh, what you buying?
What are you buying?
Your valuables won't do you much. Well, pleasant travels.
There we go. All right, we'll keep this one for now. Since we don't have a ton of heals, we'll keep this giant-ass grenade. But yeah, what I want to do, because now that I'm thinking about it, we have Ashley, so we need to come over here and go get this. And then maybe we can make our way this way to check this thing out somehow, possibly. It's before we progress the way we're supposed to go. I should save it. Let's see. It is currently 3:30. Let's go get this treasure and see where that puts us time-wise and stuff, and then I may have to call it after that, because I do need to get some stuff done this evening, and, you know, still be able to, like, incorporate dinner and whatnot into that, so... Ah, it's you. Hello.
Give me space.
Okay.
Sick, dude.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Nice. I'm glad it was just one for the moment. Oh, he drops a spinel too. That's cool. I'm still very low on pistol rounds, my only thing, but okay. Ashley, could you, wait, how do I... Oh, there we go. You just have to interact with it first.
It's locked.
For a second there, I was just like, did I misunderstand? Am I not supposed to use Ashley to get this? Because that's what it looks like. And if this is the broken butterfly thing, then that would be obviously what that's supposed to be. Yeah, the knight, the armor plagas. I'm glad that's still a thing. I was starting to wonder if we weren't going to see any. Oh, it's just an idol. Disappoint. Salazar family chronology. The Salazar family line has come to an end. In order to cure Ramon's sickness, his mother, Catalina, invited the devil into their home. Inscribed is a brief history of the members that solidified the prestigious bloodline. First generation Count Gregorio the Conqueror. Gregorio led his men to eradicate the evil that befell the castle. Recognized for his bravery, he was awarded the title of Count and entrusted to keep the demon sealed for generations to come. Second generation Count Hippolito, probably not saying that right at all. The Sealer. With great effort, Hippolito sealed away the plague of demons and emerged from the depths of the earth. He succumbed to wounds sustained in battle. Third generation Count Gregorio again, the Architect. Driven by irrational paranoia, Gregorio squandered his vast fortune on excessive castle defenses and strange, elaborate contraptions. Yep, you can tell. Fourth generation Count Jose Alonso, the Tranquil. Alonso endeavored to restore the family's honor. Fifth generation Count Alejandro, the lavish, playful at heart. Alejandro had a courtyard and ballroom erected before his untimely death. Sixth generation Countess Maria Isabel, the lady, Alejandra's widow. Countess Isabel had a long reign before her death at age 90. Seventh generation Count Diego the Severe. Similar to his predecessor, Diego was exceedingly strict. He was murdered at the hands of a devil. Eighth generation Count Ramon, his illness should have taken him. I have to wonder, is like, are the Salazars like inbred by any chance? Like, what is his illness just entirely some other thing that caused him to specifically, you know, be to kind of just not grow and whatever else was plaguing him? Because I don't think it was just that he was like, you know, a little person specifically. He's notably supposed to have some other illness that's like slowly killing him. He's got a terminal case of bitchitis. Okay, fair enough. All right. For anyone who's played through the game, or at least beyond me, is there a free, don't tell me where if so, but is there still a free like, God, look at the movement, the fucking speed on that shit. Is there a free Broken Butterfly still, or is that just not a thing anymore? Because I thought that's what this was going to be. It turned out to just be an idol. I did not get one. Okay, I'm going to assume that means there probably is not one. We only have 3 of these. How much does that end up being if we do that? I mean, it's an extra 30k for something that we spent 3 spinels on, so I guess we could do that. It's not maybe the best, but yeah, why not? So yeah, I think I'm just going to buy the Magnum then. We have the space for it now, I'd say. Wait, this isn't the way, right? It's the other way. But yeah, give me some more infested armor, suits of armor, please, because those were that was cool. It felt really, yeah, you got a problem with that? You gonna sell that thing? I mean, if you're not, like, I'll take it if you don't want it.
For a reason. Welcome. Wielding. What can I do you for?
Take those.
Stranger. Ooh, I'll pay a pretty penny for that.
Give me this.
I see you have an eye for things. Guns not just about.
Unfortunately, the special offer for the ammo recipe is no longer available, but I'll just have to buy it. I mean, it's 7k. I'm not too concerned about that. So we could probably take this up to like 1 flat, which is cool for the knife, for sure. I like the durability increase, but I feel like our durability is not bad as it is. I am still going to upgrade this, but we don't necessarily need it right this second, is what I'm saying. Would you like some info on the Magnums? I guess it depends on what info you mean. Like, I don't necessarily want to know other things about the Magnums if we're talking about like secrets or what other Magnums are in the game. More specifically, if there was still a Broken Butterfly that you could get for free, how they handle. Yeah, sure, I guess. $18. Reload speed.
Not seeing anything you like,
Doesn't seem that bad, actually. Butterfly hits like a fucking truck, but it's got a wide aim, so you gotta sit still to get a good shot. Yeah, that makes sense. Max power 27. I think that's what it was in the original too, but still, damn, that's a lot. You can contrast that with the Stingray, which has a max power of 4.9. It's kind of insane. Kind of busted with it. The bolt thrower would get up a little ways, but still probably not going to be a thing that we care about. Wow, the Skull Shaker actually gets some impressive damage for what it is. you know, clearly going to be outpaced by
gonna
other
stand
stuff,
there
but
or
yes,
what?
I'm standing here. Shush. Alright, let's upgrade some shit here. Most specifically our standard handgun, because that's the main gun we're going to be using.
Our craftsmanship
Upgrading the Magnum might not be a bad idea, but if I did it at all, it would probably just be power right now.
molding a weapon to suit your specific needs. Oh, there you are, as you wished.
Do that, and we'll do this.
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit goes a long way.
Let's just save the rest for now.
Come back anytime.
How much is a damage? It's at least half.
Stick close.
Okay.
Something like that. Alright, register, you're gonna put this here. And then this can go here for now. She's so pretty. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like if you're moving around, that's like gonna be very inaccurate. Bit of a slow focus, but it's not the worst. It's the sway, like, and that gets very inaccurate the more you have to move, like, just swing your aim at all. Gonna assume the Killer 7's probably a lot more accurate, at least maybe with some upgrades, but, okay. Really quick, I should probably not have backtracked already, but I'm gonna try to go up and see if we can get this other treasure somehow, and then probably call it after that once we get back. Maybe, I don't know. If I can, I may stream tomorrow yet, but if you were around on Marcus's stream or my stream yesterday when I happened to mention it as well, we're not starting our co-op run of Elden Ring until not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, and assuming nothing gets in the way of that. I may still be a little busy with work, but hopefully I can still swing it at that point because we should be about done. But tomorrow he wants to do some, well, we're going to do some discussion, let's put it that way, and some things, because I don't know what all he said, and I don't want to, like, specifically say what, like, here necessarily what we'll be doing if he wanted to be secretive about it, so. But either way, we'll be discussing our co-op run plans, if that makes sense. Killer 7 might be a competitive alternative to the Butterfly this time around. Again, you gotta know how much the Butterfly max upgrade damage. Yeah, so in the short term, the Killer 7 in the original is kind of the better gun. Okay, we got a couple of boys this time. Quick, Leon. Ashley, I guess I was kind of like completely blocking her way there. They made those guys like sufficiently cool and creepy and shit. I'm liking them a lot. They don't feel quite so like automatons this time around. I like that they feel like, you know, a parasite that someone actually just stuck in a suit of armor to try to see if it could kind of like control it like a puppet and just sort of ambulate around or whatever. Yeah, I would also like to get the TMP stock just to make it aim better. I feel like inventory wise we're doing a little bit better, so we can probably make that happen soon. Just not yet.
Hello, stranger.
Oh, it was him. I was just like, I forgot he was here.
Welcome. What can I introduce?
And then I was just like, who's growling? There must be an enemy. Alright, well now that we're not being harassed by a big boy, let's see if we can get up there somehow and get the treasure that we missed. It does appear that there are some enemies that we may have to deal with, though. I could have probably trapped him in there. Well, not trapped, but like... you know, closed the door on him so that he'd, like, stay. What happens if you, like... Okay. I was kind of wondering if you could, like, drop onto an enemy somehow. Alright, come... oh wait, the enemies are probably going to be up here, huh? No? Oh, there was a ladder here. God, I love how crunchy that sounds. You want a piece? Yes, you do. Break me off a piece of that spine, why don't you? Yeah, that's right. Know your place. Oh, okay. Ashley, don't be a bolt magnet, please. Oh. You were obscured by the fire. I kind of call foul on that one a little bit. It did, like, no damage to me, though. I feel like the... He's got a nice view now, yeah. I feel like the, tactical vest, helps you out a lot against those. Just drains mostly just durability off.
All right.
Yeah, no big deal.
Definitely glad I came up here because I hear a Castellan. I would like to try to get all of them. I don't expect I will find them all, but it would be cool if I did. Oh, whoops. I was actually going to knife that. Like, I fully intended to knife that, and I just pressed the wrong button to aim. Oh. Alright, sweet. Well, I'm glad we were able to get that. Now we gotta go all the way back. So we're just gonna make our way downtown. Is there another dude down here? I hear another dude. Not that we need to kill them necessarily, but, you know, it is kind of fun. I don't really want to go through all that again, though. There's nothing down there for us, so... we'll just leave those guys alone for now. Makes it sound like he's, like, right there, though. Alright. Back we go.
Oh, break's over, I suppose. Welcome.
I don't have anything specific to give you right now, right? Yeah, You know what you could do for me, buddy? I really would like some more side quests.
Crossing your don't get yourself
For
killed
some more
now.
spinels. Give me some shits to do. I really enjoy the side stuff, to be honest. I think it was a good idea. Just to heap some extra praise on the game. It's not all gripes. I think a lot of the things that they did with this, you know, changes wise have been great. I feel like the overall layout of mapping and stuff has been good. I think the only thing in terms of mapping I haven't been the fondest of so far was that as soon as you do the cabin, you're immediately shunted into the next act. So if you are not aware of that, you immediately miss out on any items that you haven't picked up. And you can't even pick up everything in the cabin typically, because as soon as the timer's over, like, you just get transported. Like, the cutscene happens and then you leave. Like, you don't get to pick up anything that's on the ground, which for the most part should just be money. It's not the end of the world, but you know, that was my money. It was my money, man. Alright, I guess this is probably where we want to save, and then we'll make our way back through the courtyard stuff. Yeah, there's probably a save point up there, but considering they use this as a shortcut back, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just what there is right now, so... So yeah, I think that is where we're gonna call it for today, guys. If I can, I will stream tomorrow, assuming that there's a good time to do it, because I intend to hang out with Marcus and a German spy tomorrow in the morning. So depending on how long that goes, maybe I'll stream afterwards. I gotta balance things a little bit because I may have work to do, and obviously I'm gonna want to like eat food, eat some food eventually. Maybe I can just like squeeze in a meal like between, depending on how long he wants to do all that for, because I don't know what all he's gonna want to do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the co-op stuff, and we can start, assuming that that goes to plan, and we can actually start next weekend. We've been like, obviously we've been talking that up for months now. Like we've been meaning to get to it for months. We just, work has not ended. So we've just been stuck in this, you know, unfortunately we've been stuck waiting on that, but the time has just about come now, so we can finally do that, and I can actually fucking play Elden Ring casually for once. That'll be nice.